Hello all, my name is Ryan Olson. I am the owner and operator of WHITEBONE Creations. Today, I'm going to show you how to clean a bobcat skull. Now, I've done a bobcat a couple times on this channel, so it's a lot of the same, but I'm going to do my best to see if I can keep it from being flagged. Meaning, I'm going to give you this gigantic warning saying that I'm going to take this piece of equipment and I'm going to peel the face off a bobcat respectfully to preserve it long term because this cat is dead. I harvested this cat, me personally. I shot it legally, ethically, within season, tagged, the whole 9 yards. I did it. You can point that hate at me if you're upset, but I'm going to warn you right now, if you don't want to see it, just click it off. It's that simple. Just don't watch. For everybody else, it's business as usual. You keep seeing interruptions because I swear I am over this flyway from LAX to Long Beach to Orange County. It's crazy. So real quick before I get interrupted by a big jet, if you're vegan, vegetarian, anti-hunter, animal activist, however you identify yourself, you are welcome at this channel. In so many ways, as a good hunter, we have the same mindset. We're looking to preserve animals long term. Your method may be hands off, my method may be hands on. I believe in consuming and cleaning off the surplus and putting tons of dollars into the system to protect animals, help with their habitat. We've stepped into their space. We're here to stay. We need to make sure there's a healthy, sustainable number of animals on that space, and in that we have the opportunity to hunt, we have the opportunity to make food, we keep everything kind of in line. And I know you have a different method, but at the end of the day, we're doing the same thing. We both care about animals, the good ones. I'm not in it for a fight, and I hope you're not in it for a fight. Last chance, I'm lifting the tub. I'm going to skin this cat and show you how to preserve it. We're going to wrap this skull up and we're going to send it to some sort of science center that can't afford to have it. Some non-profit organization, whether it's a school, a regional park or something. We're going to give it to them because it's an extra. Thank you so much for watching. Here we go.
All right, y'all. Last chance to shut it off. Rule number 1, remove all the hide and separate that head from the body.
You know what's funny is somebody is going to say, no matter what I said in the beginning, somebody's going to be like, oh my gosh, what did you do with the rest of the cat? For those people, I ate it. Fur, bones, claws, I ate it. I ate the whole thing. I just loved it. I ate it raw on the table. It was so good. For those of you that know better, I put it in the freezer, and then at the end of a season or the end of a couple months, we'll just do a big skinning day, fleshing, tanning, and then send it off. I'm not doing the tanning, I send it out, but that's what we're doing with the rest of the cat.
Next, take a pot large enough to submerge the skull, fill it with water, put a pinch of OxyClean in it, start a big fire under the bottom, and drop that skull in until it comes to a boil.
Bobcats are probably the easiest critter to do. This thing came to a boil 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes, something like that. So at this point, it hasn't really been in there very long. I know what I'm doing. I totally know what I'm doing, don't laugh. See how it's already split? See how there's already hide removed and you can already see the oils in there? I would take this right now. I'm going to take this right now and I'm just going to just give it a good rinse. Get all that excess stuff off there. And then I think, because this is really clear water and I don't need a lot to whiten this skull, I'm just going to take a big slug gloop, gloop, of those sound effects are free, just so you're crystal clear. You don't have to pay for those. Those are no charge. I'm going to take a big slug of peroxide, put it right down in this already boiling water, whiten it up, and this is probably all said and done, a 15-minute job. Always leave small predators together in the beginning. These teeth are so fine. Having them together, they're trapped and you can wash them. So once you get them clean, then you can separate the jaw. But in the meantime, let's give these a bit of a squirt. The amount of planes and helicopters around here is crazy. That's why I always want to be in the woods. It's too noisy for me. So I'm going to play that wash thing in real time for you, because I think that took maybe 5 minutes. And this initial boil thing, another 5 minutes. Bobcats are the easiest. These are the best ones. If you guys are trying to get a hold of skulls, it's probably one of my favorite skulls too, just like this old football. But if you're trying to get a hold of some skulls, maybe get a hold of a local trapper, see if you can practice on some. I would offer, can I do them and give them back to you? That way it doesn't look like you're trying to monetize or make money on these. So I'm going to slide this right back in here. Boiled for 5, washed for 5. This is a peroxide mix. 50% water, 50% peroxide. That's what the ratio is. The peroxide itself is 40% by volume liquid developer from the beauty supply. You'd think I live like deep in the hood with all the helicopter traffic. You can see this skull, I just fixed it, but the skull wants to come up and have the crown of that skull, the top of the head float up. That's air in there. If I boil like that, that oil will come to the surface and it will trap around the crown of that animal. So I'm sinking it. A lot of times I'll just take my forceps there, I'll just clip them in and intentionally sink it, right? Just leave them with the forceps in there during the boil. Just remember, when you come back to grab those, it's going to be hot. That's the voice of experience right there. We'll bring it to a simmer, give it a minute, pull it out, wash it, set it in the sun. Finito.
Once that skull is dry, I glue the jaw to the head using clear Gorilla super glue. Never use white glue. And then I give it a coat of Mop and Glow, set it in front of that fan to dry again, and she's done.
Alright, y'all, there it is. 20 minutes of love and respect, and you've got a beautiful skull that can be shared with a child or somebody that's curious about bones and skulls, right? Cleaning them up doesn't make them any less dead. Don't be afraid to do it. Don't hate. If anybody needs a skull for a school or some way to educate, shoot me a comment. I'll have my daughter randomly pull it out of a bag and we'll send you this skull. Thank you very much for watching.